In this video, we are going to discuss about the real-time example on demand management. So what real-time example we are going to discuss? Before that, the demand management is directly proportional to availability management and capacity management. So you can see here, according to IT industry, capacity and availability management are very closely related to demand management. So if you take an example of a call center that needs to handle 1000 calls each day, do they have the staff to handle 1000 calls as they arrive? So this question comes when the availability management or the capacity management is strongly supporting the demand management. So if you see here, the ability to provide the volume is the process of capacity management, while the availability management helps in providing the service when it is required. So you may also see that they are in place in the right time. That means the demand management actually directly proportional to the availability of the person or the executives who handle the calls, and also the capacity of the team which requires to handle the calls. If you see an example, what if 50% of the calls arrive in the first hour? So here the 50% of the calls arrive in the first hour, the demand management will accommodate those executives in the specific hour so that they can handle the calls. In the same way, at the end of the hour, if the calls are less, they will accommodate only one or two based on the call flow. The demand management processes will aid in determining what you need in place to handle those calls. So here the demand management will document daily calls and will monitor and provide the staff accordingly based on availability and capacity management. And also you can see, you could describe demand as workflow management. So what is a workflow? You monitor the workflow every day by a month and give the analysis or document the analysis. Based on that, you will accommodate the capacity and also you will accommodate the availability of the executives to handle the calls. So in the next slide, we are going to discuss about the availability management. The availability management ensures that the IT infrastructure and tools are in place to meet the availability needs of the business, which is equally important. So here the availability management will look after the people and the processes and also the tools like softwares which are in place to meet the demand. You take an example, if you anticipate high demand for web orders of a certain product during holiday season, you must ensure that you have the infrastructure in place. So here take an example of a mobile phone which is 6,000 rupees cost in a normal day. In a holiday season, the amount got decreased to 5,000, giving 1,000 rupees discount. So the company has to see the website is available to handle the demand, and also the service level management which documents the IT organization service level target to deliver it. So it should take about the time frame and also responsibilities how to handle it. If you get a request of a mobile phone which is given for cash on delivery, you should ensure that it has to be processed in a specific manner. The people should be available, the capacity should be maintained, means the number of mobiles should be maintained, and also the process of cash on delivery should be maintained here. And you see, as an example, if your service level agreement states all calls or all requests will be answered within certain time frame, you must have the people in place the right time to handle the demand. So as I said, you got a request about a mobile phone which is purchased with cash on delivery. So the person who takes up this order should be available, the mobile should be available, and the processes and functions should be properly followed for the cash on delivery. So as the cash on delivery process is already predetermined, we should follow that process, and also the capacity of the phones should be available. So the demand management is relied on capacity management and availability management. As in this example of the web order, you can clearly have an idea of how demand management is relying on the capacity and availability management. In the next slide, we will see about the data importance in demand management planning and also an example on it. The importance of data for demand management planning. So what exactly an intelligent data is? An intelligent data can help identify the demand for services and therefore is an essential element of the demand management process. So the intelligent data is categorized in such a way that by analyzing the previous or future data, we take the data as an intelligent data and the demand of services which shows in the analyzation, so that the demand management planning can be performed. And also, in order to accurately meet the demand, you must know what services are in demand and when. So as I said, what services are in demand, when are they in demand? Based on the demand, we accommodate the staff, or the availability management and capacity management takes part with the demand management to give the demanded services. So coming to the next slide, we discuss an example here. So if you see an example of the data importance, collecting data that identifies the real workload rather than a generic guess. So generic guess is different, but the intelligent data is different. Generic guess is only works one time or two time, but with the intelligent data we get the details of the call flow when we take an example of a customer care, or else if you take a web orders, you can see the request coming in a holiday season when compared with the previous season. And also it is an essential planning element of the demand management. So essential planning element, based on the intelligent data, the demand management works with the capacity management and availability management, and it plans the workflow or workflow management. You can take an example, take a customer care that wants to answer 85% of calls within 30 seconds. So they need to make sure they have an enough staff, but they can't do that without understanding the demand. So if you take the customer care example, last year if you see the customer care received 85% calls in the first 30 seconds, they have to answer the call. So they should be having enough executives to answer the calls so that the demand is matched or maintained. You can see the conditions of how the demand is making into place. Are the calls spread evenly across 24 hours? The first question. Is each week the same? Is the end of the month busier? What type of calls are there dealing with? These are all the essential information that IT operations should plan. So the demand of services is estimated based on the availability, time frame, responsibilities, also the capacity of the organization. And you also must understand the real workload, or they end up with either too little capacity or excess capacity. And if you are too slow in answering the calls within 30 seconds, you lose most of the customers. In this slide, we are going to discuss about patterns of business activity. As we discussed in previous videos about the patterns of business activity, what are its importance here? So patterns of business activity is a great resource for understanding the usage of services. So it is a very good resource in estimating the demand and also estimating the availability and capacity of an organization to give customers by the service provider good services which are in demand. You can see this data may also include how often services are used, when they are used, where they are used, what services are used, who uses these services. So these are the questions all be answered in the patterns of business activity, where we take analyzation of work, also the analyzation of previous data makes that the demand is maintained or achieved today. You can see understanding the PBS will ensure the right technical resources and staffs are in place to deliver quality services.